I was just cleaning the back of my trunk, my back seats. How you doing? Good to see you. I'm assuming you're here to see the Katana Streetfighter. Might as well just jump right in. Okay, we'll just jump right in. I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about it. Tell you its story and all that fun stuff. It's a 2001 Suzuki Katana, 600cc. I bought it for $700 from a guy about 30 miles from here. It ran and drive when I got it, and it didn't run and drive when I got it home. That was fun. It just needed the carbs cleaned and just needed a little tune up here and there. It was pretty scratched up. The fairings and all that stuff had obviously been dropped. It had been excuse me. It had been fixed and painted before. It used to be blue. Then they dropped it, painted it, fixed it, dropped it again. And look like they fixed it again. It had some cheap eBay turn signals in the back and all that stuff. I'm like, hey, I'll do a Street Fighter build on it. Thought that'd be fun. Kind of a budget build, eBay parts only, eBay and Amazon. It was fun. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. It runs and drives great. It's fast. Has lots of pick up and go. It's comfy. It's a nice ride. The Katanas are very cool bikes. They have plenty of speed, higher end torque, and are fun. Easy to ride, comfy. I like it. Well, I'll show you around. We'll start out at the front. So obviously, took out the front fairing, took out the front headlights, the front fairings, the windshield, replaced it with a round headlight, turn signals, speedometer, we'll get up here in a minute. It's pretty cool, it's a halo headlight, turn signals with daytime running lights. Turn signals are pretty cool. High beams, pretty cool. I think it's a pretty nice look. I was pretty surprised when I found, so the headlight and the turn signals were completely different companies, different brands. The turn signals were from Amazon and the headlight was from eBay. But they were kind of the same style, that white glow. But yeah, I thought it matched, looked good. Kind of scooch on over to the speedometer. This is my favorite part. I'll leave a link to all the pieces and parts that I got and give you an idea of pricing and all that stuff near the end. So this is an Amazon speedometer I got. I think it was 56 bucks. It is plug and play. Pretty good plug and play. I was surprised how easy it was. I had to do some wiggling the wires here and there and it took some time. I had to do a little bit of makeshift wiring. I didn't want to splice into the original harness, so I found pin connectors. I'll try to post a picture somewhere on the screen of what those look like. They're little pins that slide into the original harness. And then with those, I was able to slide those into the original harness of the bike and then get the data from the bike onto this. So the RPMs, speed, the gas gauge works. The speedometer works pretty well. It actually uses the stock speedometer. If it has a 3-cable speedometer, you can then take the 3 cables and connect it to the 3-speed cable sensors on the new speedometer, and it gets you a data. And then you go into your settings and you have to adjust it based on. So they have some sort of calculation you have to do to get your numbers. So I'm pretty sure this is your, what was that? This has to do with your fuel gauge, I believe. There's a manual that tells you all the stuff about the numbers and all that stuff. This has to do with your, I think it's your gas gauge. And then this is the number that it counts your rotations per minute or whatever for your speed. And then turn it on, back to here. Turn signal lights work. High beam light works. Everything works. I haven't had a problem with it. It counts your miles, got the time. It's pretty fancy. I have my bar end mirrors. They're pretty decent. They have kind of a blue tint to them. Sure you can see that. They're a little hard to see in, but I like them. They do what they're supposed to do. You can see. Obviously that's important, so win-win. Come on down here. I got rid of the original gas cap just for a screw-on one. I don't have to deal with the messed up key hole thing. It was kind of messed up, so I just replaced it with that. Easy. Take it to the back. All I did back here was just paint the rear fairings. I kept the rear fairings on. I didn't like the super stripped down look. I like it stripped down in the front. I think that looks cool, but I think it looks weird to have it like bare and empty at the back. It also would have made it hard to mount the seat. I would have lost my screw hole, the tank. I also have my license plate mounted to the rear fairings. So it would just been a pain in the butt all around. I have my turn signals, I'll show you those. So my turn signals are LED strips. I have those wired in, obviously. I'm sure you can understand how that works. Nothing too big to that. I was originally running a smartphone as the speedometer. I had an old phone I was using mounted to the brackets. I'll show you the brackets. I use metal beams to make brackets to hold this on. There's 2 bolts, or actually there's 3 bolts, but I used 2 of the bolts to mount the speedometer on. It's pretty sturdy. So I was using a smartphone. I bailed on that for the speedometer idea. Over here. This cable right here, this is my main power source. So that runs the power for this, for the speedometer. Whatever reason, the speedometer has 2 power wires, one for like the on and off switch, and then one for main power. And I had them wired together, so whenever I turned the key, it would turn on the speedometer and it would work normal, but whenever I turned off the key, it would reset the speedometer, just completely reset everything. So any settings, the time, all that stuff would reset it. And obviously, you know, losing all the data and having to re-plug in your numbers for your speed sensor and all that stuff is not fun. So what I found out was you have to have power always running to the speedometer separate from the on and off switch. So the on and off switch runs from your key. So when you turn it on and off, it turns it on, but it's always being powered. I haven't seen it drain the battery at all, so I don't think it's a problem. I don't know why it would be a problem, considering your lights. I'm sure there's someone getting some power too, and I'm sure my battery charger also is getting power. I'll go ahead and open the garage and I'll back it out and start it up for you so you can give it a listen. Well, I think that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the Katana, leave a comment below. I really enjoyed building this bike, and I hope you enjoyed checking it out. Like I said, I'll leave all the build items in the description below. If you haven't liked, please like it. If you subscribe. I hope you're staying healthy and safe. Take it easy. I'll see you later. Bye.